Back live at ringside with two-time heavyweight champion George Foreman. George, Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a fascinating quote a couple of days ago. He said, "I'm the best boxer in boxing, so therefore I'm the best athlete in all of sports because boxers face unique pressures to win every time out, not to mention, of course, the punishment that they take." Is young Floyd onto something here, or is this just youthful exuberance as he comes back home?
Well, we just want him to be the best boxer and best athlete tonight. That's what I think everybody at home is looking for that as well.
He's putting a lot of pressure on himself to perform as he moves up through the ranks of the pound-for-pound list and continues to say that he ought to be ranked up there with or ahead of Felix Trinidad, Shane Mosley, Roy Jones. Larry, Mayweather has had a lot of success in the ring despite many distractions outside the ring. Does that mean that he has dodged the too much, too soon bullet that clipped fighters like Diego Corrales, David Reed, and Fernando Vargas?
Given his talent, he probably caught the bullet in his teeth. Here's another cautionary tale. The James Dean of boxing, Stanley Ketchel. When he was 21 years old, Stanley Ketchel won the middleweight championship of the world. 2 years later, he challenged the heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson, and stunningly knocked him down. Johnson got up, shocked, and then shocked Ketchel, knocking him out. Less than a year later, Ketchel was shot dead by the boyfriend of a man of a girl that Ketchel, was having breakfast with. He remains a legend in the sport. So much so that many people still visit his gravesite right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. In another way, Jim, Floyd Mayweather has come home to Grand Rapids to enhance himself in the eyes of the public by having a big crowd like this, by showing his stuff, trying to win over fans, which is a big part of what a prize fighter has to do.
Now, if he can only avoid the wrong breakfast partner, as Ketchel failed to do. Tail of the tape now for Floyd Mayweather Jr. against Carlos Hernandez. And you can see that Mayweather is precocious. At age 24, he has risen to near the top of the sport. Fernandez, age 30, has waited a long time for an opportunity like this. They are separated in height by 2 inches in Mayweather's favor, 6.5 inches in reach in Mayweather's favor. He weighed in right at the 130-pound limit and unofficially will enter the ring tonight at 139, 2 pounds heavier than his opponent. Punch stat numbers, Larry.
Take a look at their activity against Genaro Hernandez, the former junior lightweight champion. Both of them have fought. Hernandez, much more activity, but you can't be that active against a fighter like Mayweather. And jab-wise, it's not even a rumor for Hernandez. However, he tells us he will be able to jab the shorter Mayweather. He couldn't jab the taller Hernandez.
Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Ludeman.
The pretty boy Floyd Mayweather Carlos Hernandez fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case of an accidental headbutt, which causes a cut, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
All right, Harold, as you watch tonight, you can log on to hbo.com/boxing for live trainer audio. You can choose which trainer and cornerman you want to listen to. You can also see CompuBox punch stat numbers as they mount up during the fight. Join an open chat room to talk with fellow boxing fans and answer the question, who do you think will win to become undisputed middleweight champion this fall? Will it be Bernard Hopkins or Felix Trinidad? We'll give you the results of our website poll at the end of tonight's telecast. So while you're watching Floyd Mayweather Jr., tell us who you think will win Hopkins-Trinidad. Here comes Carlos Hernandez. He did have a title opportunity earlier against his very close friend, Genaro Hernandez. And Genaro won virtually every round in the fight to nearly whitewash Carlos.
Hernandez is being trained for this fight by Emilio Russo, who was the trainer of the great middleweight champion, Carlos Monzon. Emmanuel Stewart has trained Hernandez. So was Jackie McCoy, an outstanding trainer in California. What do they see in him? Why do they want to keep training him?
Well, for one thing, he's a terrific guy. About as engaging a young man as we've ever spoken to in fighter meetings. For another, he's won 33 out of 36 fights, 21 by KO, and has a good chin himself, never having been knocked out. He acknowledges that he couldn't conceivably outbox Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says, I'm going to have to come in there tonight and make it a fight. And here comes Pretty Boy Floyd.
This has been less of a sentimental journey home for Floyd Mayweather Jr. than a business trip home. When he fought here last a couple of years ago, the place was filled to the rafters when they charged $50 for ringside seat. Tonight, $200 for a ringside seat and perhaps 80% capacity.
And the forbidden common opponent comparison for Hernandez is that when Mayweather Jr. fought against Genaro Hernandez, he whitewashed Genaro in much the same way Genaro had whitewashed Carlos Hernandez. All part of the record that's 25-0 with 19 knockouts. His last performance against Diego Corrales was simply devastating. Knocked Corrales down 6 times. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer with the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum and Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Brought to you in association with your undisputed king of beer, Budweiser, and HBO World Championship Boxing. This contest is sanctioned by the Michigan Athletic Board of Control and the World Boxing Council. The 3 judges at ringside scoring the bout will be Marty Salmon, Peter Trematera, and Robert Watson. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, working for the 27th time in a world title bout, Dale Grable. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, white, and blue. He weighed in at 128 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 36 bouts with 33 victories, including 21 knockouts, and he has only 2 losses with a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, from Soyapango, San Salvador, El Salvador, here is the challenger, Carlos Famoso Hernandez. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, black, and red, and weighing in at 130 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 25 bouts, 25 victories, including 19 knockouts, and he is recognized pound for pound among the very best fighters in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Grand Rapids, Michigan, the reigning and defending undefeated Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
Gentlemen, you were given your instructions in the dressing room. Listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Touch gloves, come out and do it.
Floyd Jr. is trained now by his uncle Roger, a former champion. Roger is competitive with his brother, Floyd Sr. And from what we've heard, he wants to see a relatively fast knockout tonight. Let's see if we get it.
George Pretty Boy Floyd is wearing leather trunks. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
This is an awkward position for Floyd Mayweather to be in. First, he's the bigger guy, and he's not an underdog. Some fighters, it's hard to fight from that position because you got to go out there and prove something. Whenever he's the underdog and the smaller guy, you can see some good from him.
That's the time Mayweather entered the ring with Diego Corrales in January. That fight was regarded by the odds makers as pretty much a pick 'em fight. But within the first 2 minutes, you could see the